Hi there, this is Pastor Curtis with churchonthego.ca, and I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you about a tip from the marketplace. These are tips that I teach young adults in the marketplace, whether they be co-op students or actual employees of the company I work for. I'm a bivocational pastor. I actually am an assistant pastor for Church on the Go, but I'm also a grocery department manager for a local store right here in Newmarket, Ontario. So today I want to talk to you about what I share with our young adults when it comes to being employable, especially the co-op students. One of them is finishing up their co-op program here at this location, but they will be moving on to another couple of job placements, hopefully a little bit closer to home. One of them is, and anyway, the idea is that they will be finishing up here very shortly. So at our location. So the advice that I gave him today is that even though all of your days of work are important, one of the most important days of your workplace is your last day at a job. One of the most impactful days of your job placement or your employment at a particular location or company is the last day, because how you are on your last day is the final impression that you leave. First impressions are very important, but last impressions are even more important, and that's because how you leave. If you leave with loose ends flying around in the breeze, that's going to leave a sour taste in the mouth of the employer. And let's think for a minute here, do you think other employers uh, are talking to each other? Do you think employers are talking to each other? Yes, they are, especially within the same industry. Sales reps talk to owners. Sales reps talk to managers. They communicate. They Word gets around. So you never, even if you think you'll never go back, never burn your bridges, because it's unprofessional. First of all, the Bible. We see this is a biblical principle. They don't even realize it, but I'm teaching them something from the Bible. Jesus said, "It is finished." When Jesus died on the cross, he finished the work that he had begun. He had finished the work that the Father had sent him to do. He left no loose ends. Everything had been tied up and completed. The whole law and the prophets was fulfilled with his death, burial, and resurrection. And Paul says, "I finished the race that was set before me. I forget the things that are behind, and I finish the race." So the biblical principle for the marketplace is you should be about finishing well, whether that's finishing an employment term or finishing your life for Jesus. Finishing off living your whole life for Jesus, that's great. But it applies to the specific situation too. If you're leaving one job and you've got a new job coming up, you don't just say to the other ones, "Bye, it was nice knowing you," and you just leave them a mess. That will come back to bite you one day. And you may not think so, but there are ways that it travels, okay? And not only that, but you'll never get employed at that location again. So it's really unwise. And not only that, but the Bible teaches us to complete what we start. Jesus did it, Paul did it, and we should be doing it too. It's a biblical principle. Finish what you start. The last day that you work at a location, put your 110% into that last day. Don't be lackadaisical and just whimsical and just oh well, la di da. It doesn't matter because I'm leaving anyway. Remember, there's people that have to pick up where you left off, and remember, somebody else has to fill in for you when you leave. So what you do now matters. All right. Very important. Your last day of employment at a location is very important, and so just like any other day, but even more so, I have a story. When I left my previous employers, I trained a young guy how to do my job, especially all of the date checks and all of the expiry checks, and just making sure everything is fresh and rotated on the shelf. Gave him a system to do it, how it worked best for me. And you know what? The manager of that store, after I left and completed my employment, I tied up all the loose ends, and then I went on to my new employment. Well, the manager came to me at my new employment. The old manager from the old employment came to me at my new company. She had said, "Well, I had forgotten to say goodbye to you. I meant to say goodbye to you, and also I really appreciate the fact that you had taught so and so how to do your job before you left. I appreciate you doing that. If you ever need any work, come and see me anytime." So this is just to teach you that what you do, your last day at any particular job is very important, biblically speaking and practically speaking, and just for common smarts, okay? Because you want a good name. A good name is better than a good paycheck. A good paycheck will come with a good name, but if you ruin your name, you're not doing yourself any favors in the long run. So God bless you. Please join us for the first, second, and third Sundays of every month at Church on the Go, 5:30 p.m. churchonthego.ca/kingdombusiness.html. God bless you.